98 degrees. Hang on, you all, because we came to the bank to make a deposit. And I'm not bragging about making a deposit, by the way. I'm actually happy that I'm able to make a deposit. I hope I didn't come out of camera because I look like crap today. I got a refund. And little did I know how much that loan was. They weren't supposed to give me such a huge loan. It's double the amount of the refund. Let me put it that way. It's like I'm upset and I'm not, because I got the refund of half of it, and if I pay off the loan sooner, then I won't owe as much interest, you know. As of now, the balance is like $15.28, but they put me down for $1,700 if I take a year to pay it off. This is at the dental office that I went to. And then from there, if y'all remember last year, I went to the dental office. I had to get a loan also. And the loans are through them, by the way, through a company called Sunbit. That loan was a lot less, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized, oh, because I gave a bigger down payment, unlike this time. And but that loan is down to $900, and we finished paying that off in November. So I was telling my husband, why don't we just give this amount, the refund amount of $800, to the bigger loan, you know, because that one won't get paid. We have until August, but if we pay off $800 now, we can pay it off in November, December as well. And so far, we've both decided, okay, let's pay the other one, the $900 loan. That way we can get that one out of the way. But then we're going to end up having to pay this other one for longer. And I want to finish paying them both before Christmas. You know, we don't want any loans hanging over our heads during Christmas. What do you all think? Isn't that better? I mean, y'all let me know. Anyhow, right now my son's getting ready to leave with a friend. He's going over to a friend's house. And my head hurts. It's hot. It's hot out here. It says 98 degrees in my car. But I'm telling you, it's hotter than that out here. And it doesn't help that I'm wearing leggings either. I wear leggings like way too often now. But only because I'm gonna, if I have to get down somewhere, I'll wear, you know, my leggings. I was going to get down at the bank, but then I'm like, I was just there Friday, you know? So I don't want to like have to go again. They're going to find me suspicious, I think. So I'm going to get down over here at the Walmart though, and I'm going to take you all with me. You will be in my purse. I'm only going to buy cat food and green beans because I'm making a lasagna and I want green beans with my lasagna. I want some kind of vegetable, you know? But I don't know. All of a sudden this morning I started to feel down a bit. And I think it's because I tend to overthink a lot of stuff. And let me make this brief though, so that you all don't get bored. My friend from church, I've already known her for many, many years. She knows my son, so I've known her for like 23 years, okay? This is my younger son. And he's going to be 23 in October, by the way. And, you know, I hadn't seen her in a long, long time. And are they going? No. Okay, they're going. All of a sudden, she pops out of nowhere, and she's sitting, like, not too far away from me where I like to sit, right? Remember I told you all about that? And then she would invite me to go sit with her. where she would sit, and then I told her I really don't like this spot because I can't see the stage. I can't see anything. I'm short, you know. And so is she, but I guess she likes to like be back there for some reason. And I like to be in the last row as well, but I like to be where I like to sit, you know, where I have been sitting this whole time because I can see better. Anyhow, then we decided, okay, let's go sit where I sit. It's better, right? So she started sitting there, and I was like, okay. And then she started inviting other people to come sit with us, which I already know those. Well, I know one of them. I don't know the other two, but I know one of them. So I'm like, that's fine, you know, whatever, you know. So it was great seeing the other one, the other friend. But then I noticed that when we go, she sits 1 to 2 seats away from me. And I was like, okay, maybe she just likes her space, right? I can respect that because I like my space too. I don't like anybody sitting next to me. However, sometimes our church gets really packed, which is a good thing. And I have to like scoot over or whatever, and we have people next to us. No big deal. Like I'm not making a problem out of that. It's not a problem for me. It's not. However, with her, I notice she does that with me unless we're packed and she has to move over, then she'll sit next to me, right? But if not, she'll sit all the way like 1 or 2 seats away from me. However, when it comes to her other friends, I notice they sit right next to her and she doesn't move. She'll sit next to them. And yet with me, she's still a seat or 2 away from me. And I'm like, what's going on, you know? And I never really thought much about it until yesterday. And yesterday, I got there early, per usual. However, I had to make a phone call right at 10 o'clock. A private matter, and I'm not going to get into it, but, you know, I had to make a phone call at 10 o'clock. And I told her, are you here? Are you here at church today? Because she would text me, let me tell you all this, side note, she would text me every Sunday morning to see if I was going to church. Yesterday, she didn't do it. And I noticed that her demeanor had changed towards me since I made a comment to her. But then I clarified what I meant by that comment. One of the days that I was feeling sick, she asked me if I was going to go to church, and I said, well, I wasn't planning to. I'm not feeling very well. And she's like, oh, well, get your strength up so that you can go to church. I don't know if y'all remember that comment, but I mean that when I talked about that. So then anyhow, I ended up going on Sunday, and I was kind of upset about it because I'm like, what is her problem? Like, did I not just tell her I wasn't feeling well? Why does she want me to go? And when I went after service, I told her, you know what? I said, thank you for pushing me to come to church because I wasn't going to. Watch it, lady, with my car. She was about to hit my mirror. And you're not fat, lady. Anyhow, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I told her, thank you for pushing me to come to church. I wasn't going to come, but it was such a good service. I'm so glad that I came. Well, ever since that, I don't know what she heard, but she took it completely wrong and out of context, right? Because that's when she started acting even more indifferent towards me. She was already sitting a seat or 2 away from me. But after that comment, she started acting more indifferent. She wasn't texting me as often on Sunday mornings to see if I was going to go to church. So then I started texting her, right? Well, after that, when I made that comment in person, I did text her during the week, and I said, hey, N, her name starts with N. I just wanted to say, are you upset with me? Like, I hope you're not upset with me because I made that comment about you pushing me to go to church. I didn't mean it in a bad way at all. I'm glad that you did because, you know, Pastor has been giving really good services. And then she texts me back and she says, oh no, she goes, I'm glad that you pushed me to, you know, we can, you made me go also. You made me want to go to church also. And I said, oh, okay. And then she also put, and have a blessed day, you know. And I'm like, okay, so I took it as we're good, right? You would think we're good. Well, no, she still, like, has this chip on her shoulder about it, I think, because I didn't go 2 weeks ago to church because my husband was in town, and I told her, you know what, he's in town. I'm going to go see my parents. You know, I didn't get to see my mom on Mother's Day, so I will see you next Sunday. And she's like, okay, we'll have a blessed day, da 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 da. And we left it at that. Well, yesterday, like I said, she didn't text me to see if I was going to go to church or not. And I didn't text her either until I actually got there to church. And then that's when I texted her from my car telling her, you know, I'll be in a few. I'm here. Are you here? Because I need to make a phone call at 10, but I'll be in a few. And she said, she texted me back. She's like, yes, I'm here. And then I said, okay, well, I'll see you in a few. So I made my call, I got down, I went in, and then I noticed that her other friend was sitting where I sit. And I'm like, oh, okay, no big deal. You know, I know her friend too. I've known her for a very long time. No big deal. I didn't think anything of it. So I just went around and I sat on the other side of her, a seat away, because she had all her stuff on the seat right next to her. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to sit a seat away, I guess. So I went ahead and I sat a seat away. And then I noticed that she kept talking to her other friend. She did say hi to me. She looked like she was excited to see me, right? And then she was asking me like questions like, oh, did you sign up for that? And da 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 da, because they were doing announcements. And then, you know, I told her, yeah, I signed up for groups. It starts this Wednesday. It's through Zoom. I said it's a Bible study and it's from the Bible. It's not, you don't have to buy a book or anything, which I'm looking forward to, right? And then she kind of just made this face where she wrinkles her nose like, And I'm like, well, that's my choice. You know, that's what I want, right? And so I said, I don't know what that group is about. You know, the one that they're announcing. I think that's something different. And then I stopped talking because the people in front of us turn around and look at both of us. And I was like, oh, shoot, I'm talking too loud, right? Well, I have to talk loud because she's a seat away from me, you know? And so anyway, then I told her, you know what, I'm going to have to leave I'm going to have to leave early because I need to go take care of something. And this person that I've been calling is not picking up. I need to go take care of something. And she's like, oh, okay. And so sure enough, you know, I'm taking notes and everything during service, and it was a good service. And by the way, the pastor did bring up the other church again, the $1 Million Church. Like I said, he brings it up every Sunday. Anyway, I give up on that. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take off already. I'll see you all. Pray for me, you know, that this works out for me, please, you know. And so I left. Oh God, I'm such a bad storyteller. When I first got there, that I sat next a seat away from her, let me clarify that. I had a little bag. It's like a little tote that my son's wife made, right? My daughter-in-law. She's very crafty. She makes stuffies. She makes those little totes. She'll make anything, you know, practically anything that you want. And I went ahead and gotten like 6 of those little totes because I was going to give them away on Mother's Day to my husband's family. Hello, sir. You have a nice day. You don't have to look at... Why is it so shocking to look at people talk in their car now? People talk to themselves when they're inside the store because they have a little earpiece and you don't know if they're talking to you or not. But when somebody sees you talking in your car, God forbid you're talking to something, because they're like looking at you like, who are they talking to? Mind your business. Anyway, so since I didn't get to make it to Mother's Day because I wasn't feeling well, I went ahead and I gave my daughter-in-law the other bags, and I only kept 2. One from my mother-in-law And I said, you know what, this other one I'll give to my friend at church. You know, just as a nice gesture. I see that she carries a Bible, and maybe she can put her Bible in there and carry it, you know. It was, my intentions were good, right? So when I get there to church and we're talking already, and I'm telling her that I'm going to have to leave early, I go, oh, by the way, look, I got you something. This is for you. And I handed her the little tote. Well, she looks at me and she's like, you got this for me? And I go, yeah. And she's like, why? That was not the reaction I was expecting at all, okay? I was just like, what do you mean why? Like, a gift is a gift, you know? Like, I was like, then I explained to her the way I just explained to you all about my daughter-in-law. And I said, and I just thought, you know, like, oh, maybe, you know, Anne would like this. So I said, I'll take this one for her, and I'll keep the other one for my mother-in-law. And she just like, oh, well, thank you. And I'm so confused at that point, because I'm like, okay, is she offended? I don't understand here. You know, and also I was giving her a gift because I was hoping to break that a grudge that she has against me, you know, like, let her know that I'm good with her, and I hope that she's good with me. This is a kind gesture that I'm doing. I don't want any strife in between us, you know. I want to be able to meet up at church on Sundays like we have been, and talking and everything, with nothing holding us back from moving forward, you know. I got, you know, stupid me, I guess. Anyway, so then I said, yeah, I thought, you know, maybe you can carry your Bible in there, or whatever, you know, whatever you want to use it for, you know, or maybe give it to your mom or something, you know, if you don't like it, you know. And so she puts her Bible in there, and she's like, oh, look, it fits perfectly. And I said, oh, good, I'm glad. I said, like I said, you can use it for whatever or not, you know. I just, you know, I thought of you by when I wanted to give you this bag, you know, this tote. And she's like, oh, okay. And we just left it at that. But the rest of the service, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like playing it over and over in the back of my mind, and thinking, why is she offended? Why would anybody get offended over a gift? And it's not an expensive gift. It's not cheap either. I mean, it's a nice gift, and why would anybody get offended over that? If she brought me something, I wouldn't get offended. I had a friend before that anytime we would see each other, I never even thought about getting a gift for her, but she always thought about me. And it would be something small, like something crafty that she would buy from someone, like a pen, you know, when they put the yarn around it and then they make like something on top of it, like a flower or something. She would give me things like that, and I would be so appreciative. I'd be like, oh, well, thank you for thinking of me. This is actually really nice, you know. And I would put it there on my desk or something, you know. But never did I ask her, like, why? This is for me, this pen? Why? You know, that's so rude. Don't you all think that's rude? So, I don't know. And I'm still playing it in the back of my head. I'm still playing that whole whenever something really, really bothers me, I play it in the back of my head like beating a dead horse, you know, because I tend to wonder, what did I do wrong at that moment? I understand I offended her before, or, you know, whoever, but what did I do at that moment that ruined it for her by giving her a gift? That is what I'm thinking about, you know. If she had hurt my feelings and she gave me a gift, whatever it was, I'd be like, oh, okay, she's really, like, she wants to make up with me, you know, she gave me this nice gift as a gesture, you know, I'll take it. we're good, you know, and you don't even have to give me anything. Don't get that wrong, please. You don't have to give me anything. Just be like, hey, I'm sorry. I said this to you. I didn't mean it. Da 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 da. And I'll be good. But, you know, I don't understand. I don't understand. Now, there is one person that I will say that did apologize to me. Well, no, I don't even know if it's apology. She just said, I'm just so mad, and this is why I'm saying this to you. Which is understandable that that person was mad at me at the time. But there was no apology there, so that's different. So therefore, you know, I would have like blown that person off, you know, I would have been like, that's fine, whatever, and we could continue where we left off, right? But there was no apology. Somebody else did something wrong, and she didn't snap at them the way she did to me. She didn't call them any bad names the way she did to me. That's the part that makes me angry. Hey, if you're gonna be mad, then be mad fairly. Don't just be over here snapping at me and you're not going to say anything to this other person. Or people, from what I've seen. Like, be fair. And that is why I'm like, you know what? To hell with you. I don't even want to know you anymore. Don't even bother with me because you're not even being fair. If that's the way you're going to treat me as a quote-unquote friend, then forget it. If I'm going to be held to a higher standard by your, I don't know, your values, I guess, or morals and values, that you're going to come at me this way and you're going to let everybody else slide, then forget it. I don't want you in my life. So, anyhow, I mean, don't you all think that's fair of me to do, to protect myself, to set boundaries? I don't find anything wrong with boundaries. I don't find anything wrong with protecting yourself. I don't find anything wrong with giving yourself space or needing that space or giving your friends space. But don't freaking come at me with bullshit. And then you're not going to go to your other friends with the same bullshit when they do the same thing I did to you. You know, that's my bottom line. That's where I draw the line. So, now I'm thinking, 2 other people are watching me now. Now I'm thinking, should I just freaking move to another area of the church to sit away from her? That would be totally rude, and I'm sure she's going to get even more upset with me if I did that. But hey, how dare you have your other friend sit where I sit? You know damn well that I sit there. Why would you deliberately have your other friend sit there? Why couldn't you tell your other friend, you know what, Moon's coming, let me save that seat for her? And when her other friend got there, her friend would have known, oh, you know, that seat is saved, I'll go sit on the other side. Why make me move my ass to the other side of you? Why? To me, that is such ill will and ill intentions. And I know some of you are thinking like, Moon, you're reading too much into it. Come on now. No. Because this is the way it starts. This is the way it starts. And plus, blame her. She read too much into my comment to her when I told her, oh, thank you for pushing me to come. It was a really great service. I wasn't going to come, but it was a really great service. Thank you. She read too much into that. How about blaming her? It's not my fault that her thoughts are somewhere else and she thinks like a stupid jerk. It's not my fault. But this I do take personal because obviously she's trying to get back at me and she's holding a grudge against me by being like that with me, by sitting a seat or 2 away from me, but sitting next to her other friend. When we all know each other for the same length of time. It's not like I'm a stranger. I didn't just start going to this church. We all used to be in groups together. way back then, back in 2001, when I gave birth to my son, we had church groups. We all met there. That's how we all know each other. So you're telling me from 2001 to 2025, you suddenly don't know me? You don't know who the fuck I am, and you're going to sit a seat or two away from me, but yet you're going to sit next to your other friend? Well, Moon, maybe her and her other friend talk on the phone. Okay, well, she can call me anytime. In fact, thank you for reminding me, you all. I've even texted her. I texted her about a week ago to see if she knew of a good family doctor. She also works at a hospital, and she takes care of insurances. So I asked her. This was before I asked my neighbor, the special one, who used to be a nurse. But anyhow, and now she works with insurances as well. Well, I asked her first. I asked N first last week. I texted her, hey, N, I'm looking for a good family doctor. Do you know of any? Please let me know. Thanks. She never texted me back. Nothing like, hi, how you doing? No, I'm sorry, I really don't. I don't even have one myself, or I do have one that I'm seeing, but yeah, he's not that great, or she's not that great. Like, nothing. Or I'll let you know on Sunday if I think of one. I really can't think of one off the top of my head. Nothing, no response whatsoever. Yesterday, I even texted her by accident. I was trying to text my husband, and the text went to her instead, where I was saying, hey, I didn't know that was popping up at the beach. Did Jen say anything? And I didn't get a response from my husband. I was like, why isn't my husband texting me back now? And then I realized, oh, shoot, I sent it to N. When I was texting her in the morning from the parking lot at church, telling her that I would be in a few, I sent it to her by accident. You would think that she would at least text back and be like, Moon, is this for me? Like, I'm confused. And then I would tell her, oh, I'm sorry, no, it was for my husband. We were talking about something else. But not even then did she text me back. So this girl is not even texting me back. Okay? And she's being very indifferent to me. And I kind of feel like, look, if you don't like me, if you're going to hold a grudge against me, if you think I'm this awful person for what I said to you, even though I apologized, then go sit back where you used to sit. Go sit back over there in the back where you can't see anything and no one can see you, and get away from where I sit. I don't want to be that bitch. I don't want to be claiming my spot, because we're not supposed to do that, right? Pastor's always saying, like, it's not your spot. It's not your spot. It doesn't have your name on it. He tells this to everybody during services, right? He tells the whole congregation. He's not aiming it at me, so calm down. But I'm like, I am aiming it at her. I'm like, if you don't like me, that you have to sit a seat or two away from me, obviously you don't like me. I know I don't fucking smell. I take a shower before I come. I put my deodorant on. I brush my damn teeth. I wash my hair Saturday nights so that it can be nice and fresh and clean smelling on Sunday morning. Like, I'm taken care of. And I put my perfume on, and maybe she don't like my perfume. Well, too bad. I paid $90 for it. I'm gonna wear it. And by the way, since we're talking about hygiene, knock on wood, but yeah, she don't smell that great herself. Like, she smells like something like rancid, and it's not perfume. It's more like, and I've smelled it before, when you put anointing oil that's scented, some of those smells are not very nice, And there's one in particular, I forgot which one it was. There's Lilies of the Valley, that smells pretty good. There's this other one that has a little rancid smell, and I want to say it's the frankincense one. It's just got a very peculiar smell. And that's what she smells like. Like no perfume, just the anointing oil. And her hair is always a mess. She's always dressed like she did back then. Like really like played down, you know, doesn't even bother to get dressed for church. She doesn't put any makeup on. And like I said, her hair is always a mess. It's super long because she donates it to the locks of hair. Whatever. But at least fix your hair, braid it, curl it, do something with it. Look, woman, like, don't just wear it like that. We're not Pentecostal over here, you know? And I'm just like, and then she was yawning yesterday, and she tends to yawn a lot during service. Yeah, the breathy breath, I could kind of smell it, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, is that why we sit a seat away from me? Because you don't want me to smell you or what? You know, but yeah, you're sitting next to your other friend. Whatever. That looks like my son's friend that's here, which is not possible because he doesn't drive that car and he's already on his way to pick him up. Anyhow, maybe that's why she sits away from me. But why does she still sit next to her other friend? That's the only thing that I don't understand. Anyhow, but as far as me, I check out. I don't smell. So I don't know what her deal is with me, other than maybe she just has a freaking grudge against me as to why she won't text me back and why she doesn't want to sit next to me. I don't get it. I don't get it, you all. But like I said, I'm to that point where I'm like, you know, go sit over there. Go figure yourself out. I don't have time to try to fix you or us, for that matter. I'm here at church because I want to go and grow in Christ. You know, I'll forgive you because I have to, but not because I want to. But go sit over there. Out of sight, out of mind. You know, like, get away from me then. I don't want to go to church feeling uncomfortable. You know? I want to come to church feeling comfortable. This is my time with God, aside from being with God at home. But it's my time with God, my time to fellowship. Not my time to make enemies, you know? So I don't know. You know, I'm just ranting right now. I'm ranting and I'm venting. I don't know what you all think of this. Please let me know. Because like I said, this is so confusing. This is so confusing. Let's get down. People are looking at me. And I could have sworn the lady, oh yeah, she already left. I was like, I could have sworn the lady already came out next to me. Let's go into the Walmart. Hopefully my phone does not turn off. And if it does, well, at least I got what I needed out. Let's go. I just need cat food and green beans. just didn't notice that I could have just walked through the other side. I went in for a $10 bag of pet food and 2 cans of green beans. That's it. And I ended up walking out with more. I bought some fish, Gorton's Fisherman fish fillets. We had fish yesterday that I made. I didn't really like it, but I ate it. And it's because it had the skin on it. And I ate the skin because I convinced myself it's nutritious. Eat it. And it upset my stomach. And so this time I bought the frozen fish fillets, right? I might make the lasagna till tomorrow then. My son tells me he was supposed to go in, I think at 5 tomorrow, but then he told me that one of the girls quit, and I said, oh, did she move to that she's moving to San Antonio. He told me she was moving to San Antonio, and I said, with her girlfriend? And he was like, yeah, how did you know? And I said, I just figured. And then he goes, she just met this girl. And I said, well, just wish her a lot of luck and safety, and hopefully it works out. If not, I'm sure she can always come back home, to her parents. It's way more expensive over there, but whatever, maybe she can get a better job. So I finally found the meatballs. I couldn't find the damn meatballs. And then I realized I'm walking too fast through the aisles. Slow down. So once I slowed down, I was able to find the meatballs. And I got the green beans. Oh, and then I got my son a bag of dill hot Cheetos. He likes that stuff. I don't. I see a cop ahead. They have their lights on. I think it's a cop. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe I'm going to Lulu because it's hot. Now I see somebody coming with lights. Not behind me, in front of me. Maybe it's an ambulance. But nobody's stopping. Could be a work truck. I can't see that far out. Well, these are nice apartments, but they're 2 stories. But there are not a whole bunch of people, which is good. But no, I don't want to move into those type of apartments again. I like where I'm at. I really like where I'm at, the duplex. For the exception of the special neighbor. I mean, I like her, but I just... Oh, you know what? It's a trash truck. We went from police to ambulance to garbage man. Yeah. Okay, why is that car in front of me moving like it's their turn to go, and they have a red light? I don't know. Anyway, now we're going to Taco Bell. Oh boy. Taco Bell, I don't even know what this stupid cantina bowl is called. Oh, you decided to cut me off. Oh, thank you so much. I know how to do that too. Yeah, I sure do. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. Look, I'm doing it right now. Right back to ya. You like that? You like that? Yeah, Moon is arguing. I tell you, I have road rage, you all. I have road rage. And look, they turned left way back there. Why did you have to cut me off? Jerk. You could have turned from behind me. You didn't have to go like around me and cut me off. But they do it anyway because they're jerks. Oh. sorry, you all. This is the way I am on the road. Like in person, I can be nice until it's time not to be nice. But on the road, I'm just not nice. Because there's not too many nice people out here on the road. They all want to get in front. This car right beside me wants to get in front also. And look, they're turning left up ahead. Why do they try to cut me off then? Why were you trying to get in? They just do it on purpose. So did y'all decide which loan I should pay off? Like, where I should put that money towards? Because, yeah, I don't know which one to put it towards. If I put it towards the higher one, we can pay it off in 6 to 7 months. If I put it towards the other one will be paid off, excuse me, this month. But then we're going to be stuck with a higher one. I almost pulled into the Starbucks. My son got me a Starbucks this morning, some purple drink, I don't know, a lavender something. No caffeine, and I've already told him many times, I like caffeine in my drinks. Why do you insist on getting me no caffeine? But I didn't even say anything this morning. I'm just like, okay. I'll take it. Thank you so much. What's going on here? Why is everybody on the right trying to get to the left? And why is there like a big holdup on the line? Are they working on the street up ahead? They sure are. And right where I need to go into, Taco Bell. Great. So nobody can get into the Taco Bell then? If that's the case, then I'm just gonna get Popeye's chicken. Let's see. Are they blocking the entrance at Taco Bell? No, it's open. Okay. We made it. Okay, now remember, Moon, what you're gonna order. I have the groceries shifting in the back. Can I continue to rant with you all? Because there's something on my mind right now. People that like to brag. I don't like to brag. I feel like we're not well off, you know. And that's one thing about my sister. My sister lives in a $300,000 home. You walk in and you have the foyer, and then you have, like, I call it the waiting room to the left. And then my husband's calling me. He has me on a timer. Let's see how long it takes her to go to the bank in Walmart. And he times me. My God. Anyway, and then you walk in a little further down the hallway. On the right is my niece's bedroom. And then, is it still recording? If not, I'm wasting my time. Yeah, it's still recording. My niece's bedroom, and then the bathroom, the hallway bathroom, and then another bedroom. Oh no, my niece is in the other bedroom. The first bedroom was my nephew's, and then the bathroom, and then my niece's bedroom, and then the guest room, and then the laundry room. This is all on your right side, and then straight up ahead is the master. On the left side, as you go down the hall, there's the guest bathroom. Like, it just has a toilet and the lavatory, right? The sink, whatever. And then further down is like the I guess another table, another dining area, and then the living room area, and then of course the back porch, the backyard. And I forgot to mention that when you walk in, when you have the waiting area, as you go further down, there's the huge dining room area. It's really nice, but my sister never ever brags about how much her house costs. I only know because I looked it up when I used to work at the real estate office. Okay, hold on, y'all.
Hi, are you going to have your work?
No.